Boom.
Okay. Define the problem. What are you being asked to do? Okay. So we just have to figure.
Okay, so essentially we're trying to figure out of the 5 students, which one is the most typical high school student to show around the president of a small third world country. So we've got Allison Lewis, who is a senior, an A+ student in line for valedictorian, accepted to Harvard and Yale. She's really shy, very nervous, and about talking to people she doesn't know, so that's probably a problem. That's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
And she spends all her time studying. I wouldn't consider that a typical high school student, necessarily. And she's already organized, scheduled for the day.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Yeah, nobody does that because she doesn't even know she got it. So I'm saying, so what's our like standards? What are we like expecting? Like if we were to create our own person for this, to bring around a third world president or whatever, what would that person be like?
I'd say smart, but not.
Like has potential, but maybe not has perfect grades, but is like intelligent human being.
And not necessarily school intelligent. It could be life intelligent.
Right, and like does things other than school.
Yeah.
Is dedicated to
extracurricular,
outgoing.
Yeah, outgoing. Somebody that's easy to talk to. Somebody that's liked by people generally. Somebody that wouldn't come off badly to a president.
This is true.
Okay, so I guess again our problem is that we have 5 people who are all viable candidates for a high school student, but some of them are a little above or below average, I think. So Chloe Hellman, she's also a senior, captain of the drill team, a C student. So I don't know how typical a C student is, like an all C student. It's probably not great, but again, she's active in all kinds of other things.
Yeah, because it says she's active in theater and well liked. So
Yeah.
that could mean she's street smart.
Right, and she's going to local college due to financial strain in her family of 8. So she's good with dealing with people, evidently. And she plans to invite the leader to a football game. That's pretty typical.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider like all her criteria, like captain of the drill team is not a typical high school student.
And a C student is not typical.
Yeah, but everything else is pretty, that's pretty typical. Okay, who's next?
Olivia Brand.
Okay, so Olivia Brand. So Olivia Brand is a junior. She's an AP Art. She's won a bunch of awards for her artwork. She's on the slow track until they discovered her dyslexia, which not typical, but like, are we really going to discriminate against that? Because it's not really her fault.
Yeah, but
she's from a poor family. She's considered an overachiever. That's not typical.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not a typical person. And she's a very like atypical person. She's pretty unusual. And thinks the leader might like to spend time in an art gallery.
Yeah,
See,
that's
not typical.
Super into art. Like that's like she's devoting all her time to art.
Well, and like I wouldn't like if a typical high school student doesn't spend extra time in art galleries. Like I go to the museum every day, so I'm gonna bring this third world country president to. That's probably not.
See, like I think this person is like Izzy, and like I don't consider her like a typical person. Like she's pretty unique, so which isn't bad.
No,
it's just not.
It's not average. If you're looking for a really average experience, well then that's not really the person.
Okay, so Alexander Moore
is a senior. He's a B student, active in debate. That's pretty typical.
Okay, yeah.
He's fighting to change school policy for the better. I wouldn't consider it typical, but it's a good thing to do. He's
does
a
that
person. He appears in mock trials and debates on the issues.
This reminds me of David.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
But I think it's rare for teenagers to really take a lot of time into political affairs.
Recently suspended for 3 days after a fight due to a parent's. I wouldn't really consider that maybe good criteria for a person that's going to bring around
a president.
And if he's around a president, it sounds like he would just talk a lot about politics.
Right, which probably
he wants more of the
again not typical, not typical, and we'll take leader to a political rally. Okay, I'm going to cross him off.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good. Okay.
Oh yeah, in the political rally, like no.
Why would you? That's more unique than the art gallery. Okay, Jacob Jones. He's a junior. He's a C student. Wouldn't consider it typical, but it's not like atypical. It should happen all the time. Regular level courses. It's pretty average. Rides a motorcycle. Not average.
Wears earring.
Not really average.
Self-confident. Not average.
Depends on the person. Like some
That's
guys
true.
are really
That's true.
self-confident.
Well, like,
sense of humor, that's pretty good.
Well, like with both students and teachers, that's a good sign. Recycling project. That's pretty. I wouldn't say the recycling part's common, but like being behind
That's
the
like
project.
that's
is
being
common.
like a well-rounded
Right.
kid.
Which
The
are
last
literally
one.
practice of a rock group and a dinner at a typical fast food restaurant.
Oh, okay.
definitely.
Alright, I'd say let's go for this chick.
Chloe.
Drill team.
Chloe
Yeah,
Helen.
yeah.
I feel like she's the most.
I think she's the best.
Okay, that's probably true.
She
so
like exemplifies the American
Well,
girl.
We
Yeah.
have to have two.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'd
so
say
I
my
think-
two are Chloe and.
So between Chloe and Jacob Jones, I think.
yeah, I agree.
But
Yeah.
between the two, we think Chloe.
Chloe.
yeah,
is
Chloe is
definitely-
probably our best
So
option.
because she's the most average and she's the most like typical American person.
Yeah.
Typical American girl.
Her life seems the most.
Except for the family of 8. It's
Except
not
for-
really typical.
Nina.
It's true. I mean, but it's not typical. It's not
And
a bad thing.
it makes a well-rounded person.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree.
Yeah, definitely.
I would
So
like
how?
to-
What is it?
How are you going to decide which to pick? I mean, the
I-
better criteria.
Yeah, the one that fits better for the situation.
It would.
Suggest ways for testing your carrying. So I guess carrying out the solution. I mean, we could interview all of those people if we wanted to, or at least just interview Chloe and Jacob and figure out like in person which one's better. Even though I mean, it seems like they're both well liked by both students and teachers, and they're both active in something, and they're both C students.
Maybe you could find someone who like resembles or has the qualities of a third world president, like someone who's new to
Yeah,
this
like a foreign
country and then
exchange
take
or
them
something? Yeah.
around.
That would be that is
Someone
really
that
good.
doesn't know them.
Yeah, somebody that really doesn't know who they are. That
Yeah.
would be good. Yeah, but Chloe Hellman,
Yeah,
I agree.
that's our winner.
here we go.
Awesome.
She was nice.
Congrats, Chloe.
Yay, Chloe.
Well,